Here are 5 quick tips that will help you out if you're just starting Remnant 2. Remnant 2 features maze-like levels and you need to venture off the beaten path. This will constantly reward you as you will almost always find crafting materials. However, you will constantly find trait points which can upgrade your skills, and the difference will be noticeable if you're exploring all game. Remnant 2 features a great updated map system, so be sure to see what areas still have Fog of War, and you will often find new relics, rings, and amulets among other goodies. The Relic will be your method of healing and will also contain perks, and by default you will have 3 heals. However, be sure to level it up to add more charges that will make a difference when the enemies get harder. Visit Wallace in Ward 13, who is the NPC that hangs out the top of the crane. I used the starting Relic despite finding 4 or 5 more during my first playthrough, so don't be shy to upgrade it. Handler is the class with the dog sidekick, and not only does the dog attack enemies and draw their aggro away, but it also has the ability to revive you once if you lose all your health. This is very helpful in a group, but if you're just playing single player as I did, this class is essential. When you have leveled up your character by using at least 10 trait points, you will now be able to add a secondary archetype. This gives you the ability to double your perks. As soon as you notice the open slot in your inventory, visit the vendors in Ward 13 as they are offering strange items for 1500 scrap. There is an old metal tool, a rusty metal, medic pin, and other things depending on what your starting class was. And if you take these to Wallace at the port to unlock them, you will now have the ability to use dual classes, which doubles your perks. The sooner you do this, the faster you're going to be unlocking new perks. Spend your money where it matters. Throughout the course of the game, the most important upgrades were boosting my long gun, handgun, and crafting the best mods to put them on, as I use the same guns all game. The only gun that seems like it might be better is the one that dropped from the final boss, but that will be more for endgame content. Mods are commonly given as a reward for beating bosses. Return these to McCabe at Ward 13 and add these to your main weapons. Don't waste your money on relic fragments, as throughout the game they remained incrementally useful by only boosting effects about 1 to 2% and just didn't seem worth it. Bonus tip, there are a bunch of vendors in Ward 13. The most common will be right beside where you teleport in, but if you check some of the other ones like Cass and Reggie, there is value to be found. You can find rings, crafting materials, rare resources needed for upgrades later on, and certain ones will also buy some items from you, which is helpful when you just need a little extra scrap. If you pair the hotshot mod that drops from the first boss with the fire ring that you can buy from Reggie, you will be off to a fantastic start. I always had hotshot equipped on one weapon the whole game.